what's up? It's your girl, Miss Rena L. General.
Yours truly, Lomwe.
Yo, this is Black Jack.
Evo Timothy. Farmer Michael.
What it do, what it does.
What up,
people? This was good.
You're listening to or tuned into
The 5Roundz podcast.
5 rounds.
5 Rounds.
5Roundz.
Yeah. Make sure you stick it right here because it's lit.
And of course, we have none other than the songwriter, a rapper, and of course, as we also heard, an actor, a man who has a very unique rapping style that he calls bilingual, which we're going to find out
I like
today. He has worked with so many big artists in the music industry in Malawi, the likes of Barry Uno, Hyphen, the likes of ferocious, the likes of Tay Green, and many more. The man that won
Gwamba.
uprising rapper. Oh, Gwamba, of course, Gwamba as well. And the man that won uprising.
Come on.
The man that won uprising's Nyasa Music Award in 2017, Mr. Episodz.
18.
Best uprising artist, right? On Nyasa Awards. Best upcoming.
Yeah.
So
How are you doing, Episodz? How are you doing today?
I am super good. I mean, I'm chilling. I'm not complaining. How are you?
No, we're good. Welcome to the show.
we're good.
We're
Yeah.
good.
Welcome.
Welcome to
All right.
Yeah.
Today, obviously, guys, whoever is watching, the biggest thing is make sure you keep on subscribing, liking, and sharing this content. As we have episodes today, we're going to learn and then know about a lot about him. And of course, we're going to share posts and links of his music. And so you can see and judge his art by yourself. Without further ado, I'm going to ask you the first question, Episodz.
What's up?
The first question that I want to find out is, what's the story behind the name Episodz? Like, where does it come from?
Well, okay, so basically, back in my high school days, I had a rapper friend, and I had no business rapping. So, like, we were caught in an era where everybody was like, doing break dances, like back in the Stomp the Yard days, like step up type of, like everybody wanted to be a dancer, right? So this whole rap music thing was not really a thing then, right? So I'm there break dancing. I had this friend is like, yo, you know what, bro? Let's go to the studio. It's like, all right, cool. I will scout you proper, no problem. We get there, and this had like one verse on a song that had like 3 verses. Right, so I'm there. I'm like, yo, man, this looks cool. You standing there and you rapping and you're just doing you. Like, I would like to do this. He's like, yo, here's a beat, right? Write something and stay on beat. So I had this whole thing where I would memorize a lot of songs. So me staying on beat was not a big deal. The big deal was to write something that was sensible and just like to get onto it, right? So did my thing. I wrote something like for the first time. I did it. And everybody was like, yo, man, that was like dope. So after that, I was like, maybe.
maybe.
Just maybe.
So yeah. So I started, somehow I'm a natural. I got my first try and it's great. And then this guy's like, yo, you're gonna need a rap name though. So I'm like, I'm William Poya. Let me be Willie P or Wizzy P, which is really corny. And so like I'm struggling to find the rap name. Right? The whole time I'm like, oh, I need a rap name. But one of my friends is like, yo, this deep person is like, you know what, bro? It has to have meaning. You have to be like Willie Episodz. I'm like, what's with the episodes? It's like, yo, you're an artist, so every day like of your life or whatever project you bring in or whatever content you bring in is like another episode, in the life of like creativity. I'm like, that is deep. I bet. Like, yo, I like that a lot. So I'm like Willie Episodz for the longest, but I'm like the Willie is kind of like making the whole thing heavy. So how's about we get rid of the Willie and just keep it Episodz? Yeah. So here we are. Yeah,
and that's where the name originated. All right, no.
I got it from a friend. Yeah, got it from a friend.
Yeah, so it's a friend. You didn't make up the name. No, fair enough. And as you were saying there, you mentioned something as well. You mentioned there something. You mentioned that you used to before this music thing. You were into dancing, right?
Yeah, I was a dancer. Yes.
And are you still good at it, or you lost the moves, or what's the story there? Anyway, if I may ask.
It's like riding a bike. You can't unlearn to dance. You know what I mean? It's just
True.
yeah. It's just there. Like every now and then, everybody's like, "You're a rapper, you can't dance." Blah 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 blah. And then I took a few sips of brandy and prove everybody wrong. You know, I like to do that.
No, just out of curiosity now, right? I know
Yeah.
we're not yet. We're not yet there, right? But you as a rapper today, right? As a rapper, we've heard your songs. Well, how come you've never thought of infusing that breakdancing that you do into your music today? Like this is where we're hearing from you that you can dance, but no one has seen it. How come you've never have you never thought of saying, oh, maybe let me break dance this song, like Chris Brown and all them do that,
Yeah,
but Chris Brown does not rap though. So
he does rap. He does rap.
Okay, fine, but it's not his main thing.
Yeah,
he does rap, but it's not his main thing.
But he's got bars. He's got bars.
Yeah, like, but then who's that? South African, the South African artist, the South African rapper that keeps dancing, Constant Stitch or whatever. Yeah. He got a good thing going on because he's really fresh. You know that guy, this Constant Stitch, the one who did Super Soft with AKA. You know that song, right?
Yeah. Okay.
He does break dance.
Is he talented? Is he white? I don't know. All of them, because he was like a choreographer before rapping, so he did not let go of the choreographing thing. He dances on every song. He's rapping and dancing, and he's out dancing everybody because he literally choreographed whatever they're dancing to. So he's the master of whatever they're doing. Yeah. So yeah, I think that's his that's his thing.
But have you never thought of doing that?
Exactly.
I have, but I know too many stupid people that were gonna roast the shit out of me. So I was like,
But why would they roast you if your breakdancing is that good?
I know, right?
I mean, like, I don't know, like I don't know a rapper that actually got that feel like this could be disastrous or it could be dope. Or should I gamble it, or should I just stick to rapping? I'm gonna keep rapping. All right.
Bro,
I'm gonna dance at my wedding.
Hey, man. P Diddy used to dance in his songs.
There you go. Used to have this little dance.
Little dance of his.
I didn't wait.
I mean, it was P Diddy's an entertainer. He didn't even write his bars. There was a manager. There was like a manager who was like in the songs. Like, what are you doing? Aren't you a manager? Why are you in the song? And why are you dancing like that? So yeah, man. Like I'm trying to stick to my street credibility. I can't be a rapper who breaks dances. You know what I mean? It's like, yo, he gangster, but he dances like.
Man's got to keep the cred out in these streets,
man. Yeah, you know what it is, bro. You know what I mean? Just stick to the brand, like, whoa.
So in an interview you had with Fresh Entertainment, right? I think was it Fresh Entertainment they called it or something? I think it was Fresh Entertainment Lockdown or something like that. But it was last year you had it on YouTube. Yeah. You mentioned that you got into music professionally in 2016, right? So what I want to know is, what's the difference between the music you made before 2016 and the music that you've made now, basically?
Okay. No, like, are you trying to? Was the question like within the music that I made prior to 2016 or like right now? Because getting into the industry. Was it previous or what? What are we talking about?
Yeah, so previously. So basically, the music that you made in 2016, how is it compared to the music you're making now? So, because you said, look, I started making music professionally from 2016 onwards. The music before. What's the difference here?
Okay. So basically, the music before was, what's the word to describe it? It was like, in the purest form, because I had nothing to prove. I was not chasing fame. I was not trying to make something popular. I was not trying to be relatable. I was just being me. Like whatever that I wanted to do, I could do it. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So now after that, now it's very compromising. Like you want a spotlight now. You have to stick to this certain brand that you introduced yourself to, and then now you have to like every time I'm like, Malawi is crazy, right? So now every time that I'm doing something, I have to consider the Malawian audience. Like
Yeah.
I cannot be too dope in English because people are like, how did you know that? Like, what is
what's he
this?
saying?
Now I'm like really conscious. I'm like, okay, let me dumb it down a little bit. Let me put a lot of more like vernac in it so I can be relatable to my people. You know what I mean?
That's a very good answer.
Because I would say that like prior to the whole professionally doing music and before that, I feel like before that it was more freeing than now. Now it's just like a whole lot of factors that I have to consider. Like, oh, they have to listen to this. Who's popular now? Oh, I have to have an element that sounds like him so I don't alienate them now. They're like, oh, yeah, he sounds familiar. Like, we're comfortable with him, that kind of thing.
Okay.
So, I hope I answered your question.
You did very good, very good answer. Actually, I want to follow up. I want to follow up to that question. Actually, you said you said look, for you to become professional, you had to identify your audience in Malawi. That look, I have to rap in a certain way. I have to deliver a certain type of message so that it doesn't seem either too intelligent or too disconnected to the people that are listening to my music. Right? Correct. So now you sound like a guy who is very comfortable in many spaces of music, right? You also sound like a guy when the music was in pure form, you can do some deep rap stuff, right? Many rappers do mixtapes and stuff like that. Do you release other music apart from the music you have now? Or do you go like, you know what? Forget what the guys want. I'm gonna go do what I want. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's me. That's me. Like every now and then, I'm just like, some girl actually approached me. I used to do this thing. I used to call it throwaway bars. So I basically just record me with a beat in the background. I just rap. I would just like rap my ass off. It was just like it was just pure rap, right? So some people would listen to that and then listen to my music, and they'll be like, "Yo, my G, you sound like a whole different person. There's no bars in there. What's up with that?" I'm like, yeah, I'm trying to be friendly to the Malawian audience.
So you guys like me.
Yeah, exactly. So I have so many layers to me, and then like people are like, like, no, we know what episode sounds like. You're like, whoa, what was that? Where did that come from? I'm like, yeah, I've been holding on that because I didn't want to freak anybody out. I was trying to keep it, PG-13 to you little people. So like I've been doing that because like most of the stuff that you hear from me, if it's a song, it's watered down. It's intentionally watered down to accommodate a certain certain range of people. Just like I'm not trying to alienate them like anything like that. I'm just trying to like make them feel comfortable. Something they can sing along to. Yeah, the ladies be like, but then when I want to rap, like I'm sitting on bars, on actual bars.
Have you ever thought of doing both, like creating music for people that love your style of rapping, and then creating music for people that will enjoy some part of your rapping?
The bars.
Yeah,
the bars.
That's why I was just talking about. I have so many layers to me because you hear different songs and there's different type of like energy to it and content as well. Even the lyricism, you're like, I'll give you something so basic that if you've never heard anything of me, you're like, oh, I mean, nothing
It's
that I haven't heard.
okay.
Yeah, that's cute. Like that was cute, and then I'll just come like I'm trying to kill everybody in existence. You're like, oh, okay. This boy got bars. Yeah. Oh, there's so many layers to it. I'll do a love song to accommodate the ladies. I'll do something gangster to just threaten the rappers. I'll do something character for the ladies. Just put them in their place like, yo, we're not sharing sweets here, but that kind of thing. So there's many layers. Yeah. Pretty much, guys.
And you post a lot of videos of you performing online, and it got me wondering, like, what is your creative process like?
Actually, creating a song.
Yeah.
Well, I go through a lot of phases. Sometimes I'm in the studio, I play the beats, and then I'm like, you know what, this is so dope. I have to come up with something right here, right now, right?
Yeah.
But then that usually works when I'm like intoxicated. So yeah, like
straight to the point. I don't do this shit sober. Sometimes I just drink and I say I'll do it.
Yeah, like when I'm sober, I'm good. But when I'm like drunk, I'm like, yo, like on the inhibitions. I'm just like all the things, all the doubting, whatever, like everything is just flowing. Like there's no, that's not cool, bro. No, what? Don't say that. What would they think? It's just gone. So when that is gone, it's either weed or drinks. Yo, I drop some stuff that I wake up the next morning. Is like, who is this? Was that? Damn, this was hard. Yeah, so yeah, for real. So like I'll come up with different stuff, just even like emotionally, like whatever I'm going through at the moment would actually determine what kind of content I'll come up with. You know what I mean? So sometimes I'm just there like out hit like a writer's block, and I'm just like, yo, I can't even come up with a punchline. And then I'll hear somebody else. I'm like, yo, he's sounding really dope. What is his mind at? Like, I want to sound like that. I want to like drop something dope as that. Now I'm like insecure. I'm like some other rapper is sounding better than me, and then I'm like self-doubt. I go through that, and then someday I wake up. I'm like, who want what? Which one of you little rappers want some of this? Now, so like,
you ready for this?
Yeah, like so I'm a problem. Because like I'm like I scare myself. Like I write some stuff. I'm like, ooh, where did that come from? So it's like, it's a whole like roller coaster of just the whole creative process. Crazy.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Pretty much fun.
Before we go on, I just want to say to everybody that is watching, this is 5Roundz again. We have our special guest rapper, Episodz, all the way from MW, Malawi, or home country. And of course, we're getting to know him, understand what it does, what's all about him. And of course, the biggest thing, guys, subscribe, like, share. And of course, we're going to have in the bios, we're going to have all the links to his music. Listen to him.
Love that.
Judge him yourself. You know what I mean? If you want to drop him a text and say, listen, I didn't like that bar. That bar was too much for me. It's up to you. You can do that. I'm sure. Vanessa, you want to take it. You've got another question. I could tell from your mouth. You're like,
Oh my God. No, I was going to ask. Out of all your tracks, what is your favorite? Which one's your favorite track that you've created?
My favorite track, the one that I would say "100 the Love."
And why is that?
With Bucci.
Yeah, with Bucci, because the whole creative process of it was crazy. Because I started writing that song in 2017. I started writing it. It's a love song, so I'm usually like inspired, or to a certain level inspired with whoever I'm with at the moment, right? Yeah. So I try to fuse my idea of the perfect fairy tale type of love and what's happening on the ground, like what I've experienced, right? So when I'm writing a love song, it has that whole element of where when you hear it, it'll give you the whole typical, Cinderella, let's ride into the sunset type of vibe, right? And then I'll still bring a little bit of meat into it. Yeah, so it's gonna make you feel good. It's gonna give you this side of love that you've not experienced. So like whatever you grew up hoping love would be, right?
Yeah.
That kind of thing. Am I making sense?
Yes,
okay, cool.
You are.
A smile on your face is a blessing, and every little fight is a lesson. See, I'm just trying to know you best, cause you're my Kim K, let me be your Kanye West. Yes, without the ego, we see avansi. Isa sogoneze jikondija tuja tansi. Iwe grey hair, bay, nempaga dansi. Osa siana tiri mati mati. I've never been in love like this. Knees weak every time that we kiss. Your soft lips are nothing but pure bliss. Still working on my aim, cause I just might miss you. Let's fly to Dubai, take a walk on the beach of Hawaii. I know it's just a dream right now, but I'm looking at the future, you should see us right now. See my 100 love, see my 100 love. I got too much for my love. I got too much for my love. See my 100 love, see my 100 love. I got too much for my love. I got too much for my lover.
So I wrote the song. Why it's my favorite? I wrote this song in a space of me dating. I think 2 or 3 different people before I recorded it.
At the same time.
At the same time?
No.
Okay.
One after another.
I'm not trying to get him still right. I'm not trying to get you stitched up, man. You do.
Yeah.
Don't tell you putting you on the spot.
Man was like,
Shut that down.
No, like I spent like a lot of time writing it. So let's say spanning from 2017, let's say 2016 at the end, and then I started writing it, and then I didn't finish writing it, and then I wrote some things in between, and then I would write it, and then let's say I took a span of a year to finish the whole song, and I experienced 2 or 3, relationships, but then I was trying to embody the best, the best parts of all of them. So the song kind of embodies my experience with 3 different girls. So everybody would hit me up, like 3 of them were like, yo, you just dropped this song, is it about me? I'm like, yeah. And another one will be like, is it about me? Yeah. And the other one will be like, yeah.
Yeah,
like, yeah, like
We're gonna find out.
Number 10. Now they're gonna find out. Now they're gonna find out after watching this.
I mean, it's been 4 years. They should get over themselves. So yeah.
It's like, I don't care.
Yeah.
So that's what I love. That's what I love about that song, because it was just pure, and it just, I meant what I was saying. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was in my feels, and emotions were flowing. Like I would say that, and I could picture whatever I was saying. So it's like one of the realest things I've ever done. There's that, and your man, and there was like, there's somebody behind the lyrics.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would say that your man and Handed in Love.
Did you plan the feature already? Like, when you're writing it, did you already think, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna throw in Bucci? Did you? Because it went out. Yeah.
Yeah, because Bucci is the magic boy. Like Bucci has never let me down. I would send Bucci 5 songs, and then he would have a dope chorus for all of them. He does not do any wrong. That's not a real thing. Like Bucci doesn't mess up. You send Bucci a song, and he's gonna blow your mind. It's like GD and Bucci, 2 artists. GD, Bucci, Malinga.
Yeah.
Like I'll write a song. I have 2 verses on it without a hook. I send it to them, and there's never like, no, I don't like that. Do another one. It's just, oh my god, what was that? Bucci's just, you get Bucci in a studio with 7 beats. It's gonna put hooks on those 7 beats that are gonna blow your mind, and you just be like, yo, this is not natural. Like, who sent you, Bwana? Like, how?
Yeah.
He's one of those. Like, I have a song with him that I'm gonna drop next year. Yo, and this was a freestyle from these 2 guys. That's like featuring him and Tsar Leo. We're drinking. There's a studio. I'm like, yo, I got a beat that I want to do with Ellie and Juji. Listen to this beat. I put it. Bah. Tsar Leo comes, pushes everybody away. It's like, yo, put that shit on Cubase. Next thing you know, he's freestyling over it, and it's amazing. And Bucci's like, no, bro, hold my drink. That was cute, but like let me show you what's up.
That was cute.
We were trying to outdo each other, and I'm like, guys, this is beat for Ellie and Juju. He's like, no, forget Ellie, my nigga. We got this.
Oh wow.
Tsar Leo freestyles on it. I'm like, that is incredible. Bucci comes to compliment Tsar Leo, and I'm like, yeah, Ellie is gonna have to jump on a different beat. So yeah.
When's this dropping, bro?
I'm thinking somewhere around, February, just, trying to be cliche, Valentine's. I hate to be that guy, but yeah,
Y'all heard
pretty
it
much.
here. Damn, man. So it's Tsar Leo, Bucci, and
Bucci
himself.
and me. Yeah, man, they freestyled their whole parts. I had to go home and write, because I'm like, yo, these boys are not playing games. I mean, I need to get this energy. I need to keep up. So yeah.
Whoa, nah, baby.
Most definitely. Yeah, man. Pretty much.
No. Thank you. Now we know something. We'll be looking out.
Yeah.
I want to, because I don't want to go ahead of what I want to ask. So I'll go back first, right?
No problem.
You released the song before we, because after that I've got something I wanted to ask you towards your EP. So we're gonna go before that. You released the song Botolo, right? Botolo is kind of the song that everybody was like, whoa, that was before Bilingual, the song came Botolo, and Botolo was the one that was like, okay, this guy. Yeah, you know what I mean? That's the song. And you know that everyone was playing that song in Lilongwe. Everyone, when you go to a party, you go to nightclubs, people are playing Botolo, you know? And,
I know exactly what you mean.
People blew their mind. But
every time I walk in the club, it's just, that's the song they play.
Yeah. The thing I want to ask you is, why did you sing a song like that, glorifying the nightlife in Malawi? Okay, first of all, the reason I'm asking that, for a country that, you know, we are so
backwards,
it's rare you see someone singing a song glorifying things like that. Why did you think that's gonna work? Why did you say, all right, I'm gonna do this?
And you know, like, okay, it was basically something that I thought my friends would like. Here's the thing, how that song came to be, right? Like, I trust GD so much because I know what the hell he's doing. So I hit him up, like, yo, bro, hey, what's up? My G, I need a song. I need a club banger that people are gonna sing along to. And GD's like,
wait a minute. You trust GD?
Wow.
Yo.
Oh no, not on his talent.
What are you trying to say?
Malawi does not.
Not on his talent, bro. Not on GT's talent.
On what?
His talent
What?
Unquestionable. It's unquestionable.
Yeah.
But GD is a loose cannon.
That's what I love about him. He's like, yo, I hit him up. I'm like, yo, big bro, what's up, man? How you doing? I'm good. All right, shop dope. Listen to me right now. You're a producer. You sing. You're GD, my nigga. So here's what I want from you. I want a song that's a club banger and something that people are gonna sing along to. Can you do that? It's like, say no more. He makes the beat and the hook. And he sends it to me. Now all I hear is, I just wanna party with a model.
Cause I just wanna party with the model. Sipping on the champagne from the bottle. Cause I just wanna party with the model. Sipping on the champagne from the bottle. Lelo titi mena Osa mapungula Osa sungunula Lelo, I just wanna party Osa mapungula Osa sungunula And we don't bother nobody.
I'm like, okay, this is what
bro,
this is the content that we want.
This is what I need.
Exactly, like that's that whole hook. All I did was, bro, I want a club banger that people can sing along to. And then that was like, oh, don't worry about it. Made the beat, did the hook, sent it to me, and I wrote the verses to his hook. And all I said was, Bana, beat, people can dance and sing along to. And I was like, all right, cool. 3 days later, here's the beat, here's the hook. What you doing to it? Now it was up to me to, like, you know, catch up. I'm like, God.
Yeah.
So now I did it, sent it to him. I'm like, I'm trying to impress my idol. I'm like, do you like the verses? Okay.
What do you think?
Should I change it up? Should I change it? Should I write it?
Did I not go hard enough? Hey, you know, like yo. And then he sent me a VN with Marcus, like, yo, bro, that shit is crazy. Like, yo, I've been telling you about this episode, kid. Now I'm like, oh my God. I could die now. I'm like, I've lived, you know, like
after linking up with GD, you're like, that's it.
Did a record with like, Crazy Brothers, man.
Yeah, man.
And it really put you on the bigger spot. Despite, you know, I know Bilingual, the song, it was there. I have heard it. A lot of people have heard it. But that Botolo is the one that people are like,
it's like, oh, this kid, who's this? Who's this light boy from Lilongwe?
And because in Lilongwe at the time, I remember it came out, everyone wanted to play it. Everyone was playing Botolo. And it was, who sang this? Oh, a boy from
it was crazy, man.
Town.
I didn't believe what was happening. Yeah, man.
That's
It was a good time.
No, it was it's a banger, man. It's a banger. It's a
Yeah,
banger.
it is.
appreciate
It
it.
is back.
I still play that every time I walk in the club. Oh,
Come on.
I just
Big
want
up.
to party. I'm like, yeah,
Come on.
Big up.
Banjali, I think you need to play a little bit of that song.
I will play. Don't worry, man. Don't worry.
A little
Don't
bit
worry.
of that song so everybody knows what we're talking about.
Nah, don't worry. Yeah,
Like the
don't
people
worry.
who haven't heard is like, what are these people talking about?
Yeah, exactly. They need to hear this banger.
By the end of
Bro.
this interview, they will know what the song is. Don't worry.
Yeah. So
Big up GD, man. No budget.
big up GD. Yeah. No.
That's my
So,
fave, man. That's like top one.
moving from that then, right? 2017. Then you drop you drop in the EP Bilingual.
Yes.
Right?
That's like 2020 now.
No, sorry. No. I mean the song Bilingual first. You dropped the song Bilingual.
No, Bilingual came before Botolo actually.
Oh yeah, it was before Botolo, yeah?
Yeah. So I would say Bilingual was how do I explain this? Okay, so when you're starting off as an artist, right? Most of the time you sound like whoever you listen to, because what you're doing is mirroring, yeah. So whatever you hear is what you say. So Jay-Z talking about how he got millions, and guess what you say? You got millions too. Like, you know, hey, I killed his egg, I got bad girls, hey, you know, that kind of thing. So you basically mirror off whatever you're listening to, right? So for the longest time, I had this whole thing. I would try to sound like whatever I was listening to. So Wayne says that, I would hear it. I was like, okay, this is a little too much for me to say. But then I would sound like most upcoming artists sound like somebody who has already made it, because what we're listening to is somebody who's made. So like, yo, they hating on me because they're haters here, blah blah blah, because you got money and you're successful. So I'm listening to you, and I'm gonna sound like I got money and I'm successful, right? So I was doing that for the longest time. I would like make punchlines or metaphors, you know, something that I had no business doing, because it was like in relation to somebody who was not on the level that I was. So I couldn't appreciate the fact that, yo, my G, you are an upcoming artist. So all these upcoming artists sound like something. They sound like somebody who has already made it because they're listening to somebody who has already made it. So they think like, yo, people want to hear this. So you try to find a way to accommodate yourself in, like, you know, the whole thing, right? Yeah, I'm this, I'm that. I'm like, yeah, I'm the dopest. Hey, all these people are jealous. Like, no, bro, nobody knows who you are.
Why would they be jealous?
Why you create like, yo, fake haters? Like, you know, oh, they hate me. Like, no, bro, they don't know you. They need to know you. Yeah, chill. So Bilingual is one of those songs where for the longest time I had this persona that was not me. It was just I sounded like whatever I was listening to. So it wasn't William. Like, I'm William. You know, Episodz is that's like my rap. Yeah. So with Bilingual, it was me introducing myself to the world. Every little thing about Bilingual was so different in a way that I gave him the whole time. I was selling a persona that was created from whatever I was listening to me telling fans, hi, I'm William. I'm from Lilongwe. People say this about me. People say this about me. This is how I feel. This is what I went through. So when I was like, I'm Fanawago Els, Uja, something like that, people say I'm dope. Yeah, and people are saying I would never make it. That was like me talking about me. So that was like officially me selling my persona to the people. So that's what they loved about it. Till now, if I go off brand, if I say some things that are not related to me, they're like, what is Epi talking about? That's not him. So they have an idea. So they have an idea of what I'm gonna say and who I am. And so I've been repeating that same message for 5 years. They know me. They feel like they know me. That's what marketing is. Like somebody who from another district who has never met me. When they meet me, here's the thing with people. Every time I go in public, I meet a fan. They greet me like they know me. So I have a really bad memory. I struggle between, do I know this person or do they listen to my music? Yeah, it's crazy. So I just find myself, and it's like, you know what? I'm gonna treat everybody the same. You come to me like life, yeah, light skin Gwamba. And Fanas is or whatever. I'm like, what's up, bro? How you doing? Now I'm like, do I know this person? Or is he just a fan? I don't know. It doesn't matter. But they won't tell the difference because I mastered the art of they either know me or they listen to the music. Same thing. So
yeah.
Pretty much. So that's what I would say. That was the first time that I actually like got into it professionally. I was like, you know what? Let me tell these people my story and let me tell them what I go through. The perception that the public has towards me or what I think about myself. But I feel like what I left out was more like my vulnerabilities because I came and saw myself as a superhero. I'm like, yo, I'm that dude. What's up? But then I never gave him that soft side. Even though with the love songs, but then it was not something like, me trying to be vulnerable. I'm like, yo, I'm in love. Everybody's in love. But then I never gave him something like, yo, somebody broke my heart though. Yeah, that kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I'm trying to like get into 2012. I'm like, yo, there's more layers to me. I might be gangster, but couple of females like, done left me broken. I mean, there's a reason why I'm being this brandy. Yeah, so pretty much.
Yeah, I love music.
I'm not sure if I answered your question. I was all over the place. Yeah.
No, listen, you answered it. You still answered the question. Okay. I think what I grasp from what you're saying is, look, you have a connection with your fans, and you can sum that. You can sum that as a connection is normally by language as well, and you are able to connect in different languages or two different languages. So it really makes sense. It makes sense.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, man.
Okay, good, my guy.
So
Vanessa cut you off. What were you saying?
Yeah, so I love music so much, right? Like I love listening to music. I love being taken on a lyrical journey. Like paint a picture in my head. Okay, so artists like Jay-Z, Common, J. Cole, those are artists that I feel take me on a journey when I'm listening to music, and I just enjoy everything about what they're singing, right? Who is your inspiration when it comes to those kind of rappers? Like who is the one you look at and say, gosh, this is the guy or lady that I look up to?
Or ladies.
Ladies. And feel inspired.
All right. On a lyrical point of view, I would say J. Cole. I love J. Cole. J. Cole.
Yeah. Okay.
I love J. Cole because J. Cole is like an alternative to Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar is a rapper for Americans.
Yeah.
Because like most of his references or whatever metaphors, you have to be from America to understand what is he talking about. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But Cole is universal to a level that you're from Malawi, you're like a million miles away, but you understand, like what he said, like, yo, I understand that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So Cole is my go-to for lyricism and content that will actually move me. Kendrick is a little, too poetic for me because Kendrick would tell you something about how he flew to the cosmos and he touched the galaxy with his bare hands and the sun was burning.
That's the kind of music I like. Take me on a journey. Let me.
You are a very deep individual, Vanessa.
Take me on a lyrical journey. Let me imagine that itch. Let me be able to.
I touch the planet with my bare
hands. I'm like, what are you talking about, bro? Like the Milky Way was something about the like my verses provoked the demonic possessions of like I'm like, brother, what?
Where you say what? Wait, what you on about?
Oh my god! So yeah, Kendrick is like one of those rappers that I fail to relate with so much, but like I appreciate him. Like I know he's like on a lyrical level, he's better than J. Cole, but guess what I'm listening to? J. Cole.
Yeah, exactly.
I know Kendrick is a better lyricist, but then who am I relating to? Who is my I hear that? Oh, bro, like I went through that last week. That's J. Cole.
Yeah.
Because Cole will tell you something about how, like, I love Lost Ones, how he talked about getting a girl pregnant, and then, you know, how you're a guy, she's pregnant, he's like, yo, no, you got to get rid of that. Like, I'm not ready to be a dad. It's like, yo, bro, how do you think you have anything to say about what I got to do with my body? I'm like, ooh, yo, this is relatable. Like, you don't tell a girl to get rid of something. Yeah, that's her body.
That's a banger.
Cole is simple. Cole will tell you the most sophisticated thing in the most simplest ways. Kendrick does not give a shit. Kendrick will tell you about the cosmos, the galaxy, and then
what do you think about Jay-Z?
Jay-Z,
Chick of man.
what I love about Jay is not even his entrepreneurship, his ability to like multiply whatever music gave him to be like one of the biggest moguls like in hip hop or whatever, but in his lyricism. He is 52 years old out rapping 20-year-olds. Like, yo,
imagine that.
That's your grandfather, bro. Like that dude is old enough to be your dad. How are you getting killed by your father? Like,
yeah.
With all this new stuff,
literally.
Yeah, like how's your father out rapping you? That doesn't make any sense. Yeah, so like, yo,
Jay-Z just does it for me. It's the same thing where he paints a picture in your head. I remember listening to some song on the American Gangster album. I think it was American Dreaming or something like that, where he takes you on a journey of a drug dealer. How it starts out where you are like, I'm just gonna do it this one time. And then you get money and you're like, let me get a little bit more money. By the time it's too late.
It's like, oh God.
Yeah.
So Jay's a genius.
Yeah.
It's like Jay, Nas, and M from their generation. These people are like M is in his late 40s, like, you know, getting to his early 50s. Nas, Jay in their early 50s.
Yeah.
But then you know how evolution, like, you know, the rule of evolution, kids are supposed to suppress you, right? I mean, that's
how it's supposed to be.
That's how the world works, right? Yeah, that's the theory. And then it's been proven over and over again. Like, let's say 50 Cent. 50 Cent had his prime, let's say 2001 and 2005, where he was like in his prime. That was 50 Cent. In the club, he was all over the Get Rich trying the G Unit era. Like, that was 50 Cent's time. But 50 Cent cannot go on a song with Joyner or Logic or Kendrick or J. Cole. They're gonna embarrass him. They're gonna show how they'll bring out his age, like, yo, you grandma, like grandpa, like whatever you are, you need to calm down. This is like, let's sit down. But
sit down.
Jay, Nas, Eminem, that is never gonna happen.
Hey, man.
Eminem feeds off this energy. Eminem is like, his net worth is like 100-something million. He's a millionaire, right? But not just like a regular millionaire. It's like he has money.
He owns an island.
Right? You know? He doesn't have to be this dope. But you know what he does? M is 48 now. M comes to this era and finds the dopest rapper from this generation. Car 21, Car 22. This nigga is old enough to be their father. And he's like, who is dope? Oh, Joyner, cool. Joyner, come here. Let's do a song. I'm gonna rap you and make you look bad. Bah! Joyner, gone. Kendrick, come here. I hear people saying you're like a savior or whatever. Let me show you raps. Bah! God. It's like whoever you got going on, M is gonna destroy them, and he loves every moment of it because it's a cycle. It's not about the money. It's just about he loves this too much. Yeah, the art. Like you said, rappers that would actually take you on a journey. Eminem is not normal. He's a psychopath.
Oh my God. His early music.
It's just like, and then he's getting better with age. Like 48-year-old Eminem would kill 22-year-old Eminem. M in the beginning, he was doing popular music to become popular. Like, you know, how come, like, the Eminem show, he was doing all that goofy stuff he was doing with Dr. Dre to get famous.
I think 1995 Bonnie and Clyde or something, 1998 Bonnie and Clyde.
That kind of thing. He was trying to get fame. And I'm a white boy. You're probably going to like, white boy, he's okay, but then he's selling records because he's white. But that's not the case. He can actually rap.
Yeah.
Nah, the guy can rap, man, and you're right. You're right on the psychopath part. It's very obsessive because I've never seen somebody get so upset because he can't rhyme with orange. You know, he got very upset with that. You know, it's like,
bro, orange doesn't rhyme with anything, but like,
I know. I was like, it's not a big deal, but he's there trying to rhyme with orange. I'm like,
okay. M doesn't play about this thing. Yeah,
nah, man, he's a craftsman.
Yeah, so I hope I answered you. J. Cole internationally, okay. Outside Africa, like J. Cole. But when it comes to Africa, I don't think there's a better rapper than Maya Baga. Like, yo, what like, Jude Law, Jude is just like, yo, that short boy from Nigeria is just, there's nobody I put above him because he will do whatever.
I don't know.
He sounds like who do you think in Africa can out rap MI?
Mode 9?
Who?
There's a lot. There's Stogie.
No.
Oh yeah, Stogie is really good.
Stogie is like dope. But MI has the ability to give you the lyrical part and make you a hit. That's
I understand Sako Dia is also a very good lyricist.
Sako D is supposed to be good.
Sarkodie is dope, but MI.
What about Casper?
Casper.
No,
that guy is also.
I can rap with Casper. Please.
Okay, Casper is just. I think Casper is just a bit of like he just does things that people are gonna like at that. What's going with the
He switches with the waves, isn't it?
Right, with the waves. Like now he's doing Amapiano. At that time he was doing his rap. You know what I mean? So he goes with the wave.
Yeah.
He rides the wave, like whatever is popular, he'll get into that. But in my guy, I feel like you guys don't understand. Like, yo, this no, like in my is just what is happening? Like he sounds like a ghetto person that went to Harvard.
Oh wow.
To be fair,
he's that guy. Like he's from the ghetto, but he has that intelligence that you're like, yo, what did you just say right there? Exactly. So he's that guy. He'll give you all the lyricism that you'll ever need in your lifetime and then still make you a hit, which is really rare. Like right now, Vanessa, tell me a hit, Stujiti.
Putting me on the spot like that.
Name one popular song from Stujiti.
Side chick.
Right.
Oh, wait a minute. I've got another rapper.
You know that song?
I've got another rapper. No, I don't know that song.
Which song is this?
But I've got another rapper. You ever heard of Proverbs?
Okay, who?
Proverbs. Yeah, I've heard of Proverbs.
Pro is dope. But okay, mention one song from Proverbs that's a hit.
A hit. He's a lyricist. First, second, third.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Am I the lyricist who has hits? That's what makes him so special. Because it's not like giving you watered down bars. He's giving you heavy stuff, but you're memorizing it and it's popping everywhere. Like 1 Naira. You guys know 1 Naira?
Yeah, everybody knows
everyone
1
knows
Naira.
1 Naira.
You know Undisputed? Yeah, you know Undisputed Champion?
Yes.
Undisputed Champion. Yeah. Nobody can do exactly. That's what I'm telling you about this boy. He's a lyricist with hits. Who does that? Like I know a whole lot of dope people that are like underground. It's like, yeah, he's too dope to be popular in the mainstream. Cool. But he's so dope, he can be on the underground, on the mainstream at the same time.
Yeah.
True.
That's MI, ladies and gentlemen.
True, man. All right, let's move it to the next part, bro. Listen, in 2018, you signed to Ghetto Entertainment, which is owned by Fredo Kid.
Fredo Kid, like
big up Fredo Kid,
boy from the ghetto. Yeah, that's my guy, man.
How did
we go way back.
Yeah.
So just like basically we go way back, you know. We basically grew up in the same neighborhood, yeah. So, you know, he's like a few years older than me. I mean like 6 years older than me or whatever. So my mom had me early, like in her early years. So I basically grew up with siblings with an age difference of like, you know, they're kind of like my siblings. So I would have my aunt is like 4 years older than me, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So and Fred was like, 6 years older than me, so he's, playing with my aunt like when we were younger, and I'm like 8, and he's like, 14 or somewhere around there. But then it's not that big of a age bracket, yeah. So we're playing soccer together, But then he's always been my older brother, and then we lost touch for a few years, and we meet up, and we are both in our 20s. He's like in his late 20s. I'm in my early 20s. Like, yo, bro, I know you. We grew up together. We used to play soccer together. Like, you used to chill with your aunts. Like, yeah, hey, what's up? What you got going on? I have this thing going on, and then I believe in your potential. I feel like I can help you to get into the next level. What do you think? I'm like, yeah, man, you're a familiar face, and I feel like you have good intentions. Sure, let me get on board. Yeah, so that's how I got to him. Like, yo, that's Fredo. I know this guy. We like literally grew up together.
Yeah.
So I can. Yeah. So that kind of thing.
How did this? So how did it help your career at that stage? Where were you at with your music, and where did it get you?
At the moment, I was at a point where my problem is consistency and working hard. Like I've been professionally active for 6 years and I have 3 videos. Like what's up with that? Like, who does it?
Dude, I got 2.
Oh my god. So like I'm in a competitive market, and and the crazy thing is I'd find rappers that I'd rap in my sleep being more popular than me. I'm like, why are they praising him? I could kill that dude with a freestyle, right? And I'll be bitter and I'll be a hater. Like, why are you popular, bro? You're not even good.
I can outwork you.
Yeah, like, I could kill you with a freestyle, and then your whole
with one
shit
bar.
will down with a single bar, and it's done. But then I'm like, yeah, like I'll be mad about it, and then I'll be like, let me be logical. Like, I'm a marketing officer by profession, so I'm like, let me not be a hater and let me approach this on a different level. Now I'm like, okay, so why is this person more popular than me? He has more music. Yeah, it's like, what's happening? What am I missing? And like, this person is more relatable, first of all. He is more visible than me. His visibility is everywhere. He's taking pictures, videos. He has a bunch of professional pictures, like HD pictures.
Constantly posting on Insta and Twitter.
And my so-called dope rapper ass is just there, like without a single picture, with a single video, and this guy has like 7 videos. I'm like, oh, okay. I shouldn't be mad. He's putting in more work than me. So yeah, so it's 10% talent and 90% marketing. Trust me. You can market anything.
True.
That's good.
You can market anything. Don't believe me? Go check out Soulja Boy. Soulja Boy at a certain. You know who Soulja Boy is.
Oh man, this guy.
That's marketing 101.
Hey man,
I hear throwing shade like this.
I know, man. We need to frame that.
If it should fit well.
Trust. Okay, so listen, what is your proudest achievement so far? What do you feel you've achieved, and you're like, oh man, this is dope.
So many. Like I'm a very competitive rapper.
Yeah.
So validation for me is everything. You know what I mean? So the fact that the people that I grew up listening to, and idolizing, validate me is everything.
Yeah.
Like all the rappers that I was like, I'm like 16. I'm like, oh my God, when I grow up, I want to be like him. They gave me my props. In my face, like all of them. Like my top 5 know who I am and validate me. And like, like, yo, that's Episodz. He's dope. And that is like, that's the word for me. Like when I won best upcoming artist, whatever. My top, did I tell you about my top 5?
No, you didn't.
Let me give you my top 5. Number one is GG and Young K. I know GG is a better artist than Young K, but that I don't know who is a better rapper. Because if you put him on a song, Young K might drop a better verse than GG. If you put him on another song, GG might drop a better verse than Young K. So there's no telling, right? On a rapper basis. But as a But a complete artist, GD, obviously. GD will produce, sing, rap. Young K is a rapper. GD raps, sing, produces. So you can't question his artistry. He's a better artist. But when it comes to hip hop,
wait a minute. What about Marcus then? Are you taking one half of the Daredevils and leaving the other?
Hold on.
How are you gonna do that? How
Marcus
you gonna do that?
gonna kill you. Marcus gonna kill
because
you.
no, hear me out. Okay, picture this. Every Daredevil song you've ever heard in your life, Marcus rapped on it. He has never been on a hook of any song.
That's true.
You are aware of that, right?
Yeah.
Since 2007. How far ago was that?
But listen, Marcus has produced most of the Daredevil songs, though.
The beats, sure, right?
The chorus.
The beats, right? The beats, sure. Marcus is a better producer than GD. But then what you need to understand is for the last 14 or 13, 15 years, you have heard the Daredevils. GD has done the hook. The hook is 70% of the song. So every Daredevil song that you sing along to, GD was on the hook. Every song. Marcus raps, GD raps, sings, and produces. That's not a simple thing. He will do a love song. He'll do an R&B song and kill all the R&B artists. And he'll do a rap song.
Isn't he the only Isn't he the only Malawian artist that has a fan song, like a fan made a song about him, like a full 3 minutes about GD? You know? Oh, you haven't heard about this?
No.
GD, bro, there was one artist that he posted on his page. One artist made a song about him, a whole 3 minutes about him. I was like, and it was actually not too bad, you know?
Yeah, that's GD. Like I hear GD is gonna be on a song, and I'm here panicking. I'm here fasting. They're talking to my grandma like,
Pray for me.
I'm gonna need all the energy from like the ancestors and Jesus. We got to do this together because that's GD. GD, Marcus, and Young K and David Kalilani. Like there's no running away from these guys. You can bring a vernac verse, they will meet you there and out-rap you in Chichewa, and then you go to English and they'll meet you there and greet you with some English as well. So you're like, and then what am I? Spanish? Do I Espanol now? Like, ¿qué esto ve? Like, what am I doing? So this, am I Hitler's cousin now? It's like Francis is just, you guys, Young K, GD, number one.
Yeah.
Because I don't know who's a better rapper. I know who's a better artist, but I don't know who's a better rapper. Because there's no telling with these guys.
Yeah.
Like when that guy is gonna wake up in a mood that, I'm here to kill everybody on this song, and they will do that any day. And Francis is, there's Chichewa rap, right? And then there's like whatever the hell Young K does.
Yeah.
Like, you know how you love Sarkodie? You know how you love Sarkodie, but like, he's rapping 70% in whatever language he speaks in. Okay, Kamada Booty, I'm like, I don't know what that is, but I know it's dope. Like, you put Sarkodie top 3 best rappers in Africa, and he's 70% is vernac. You don't even know what he's saying, but you know. Deep down in your heart, you know.
This is cool. This is cool. This is
cool.
This is good stuff.
This is hot.
Whatever you just say, there's a bar.
I'm gonna have to Google this and know how to spell it to actually Google check it. What I know is dope. Yeah, so Young K has one of those. Yeah.
Okay,
so you have 4.
What you have 4 left? You have the
Young K, GD, same. David Kalilani.
Number 2.
After David, Marcus is in there.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it Marcus number 3?
Yeah. So this is from the old school, right? So it's Marcus. Who else makes me nervous? Third Eye is in there.
Okay.
Third is in there. Who else from the old school? Inside. No, Inside comes before. No. Inside comes before Marcus and third eye.
Inside. Oh my God. This guy just
he's
dropped
in
an album. Just dropped an album and left it to you. It's like, here it is. I'm out.
It's like here's the songs. You do whatever you want to do with it. Goodbye. He left us like that. He left in his prime. He didn't flop or anything. Like when he was hot, and just like, yeah, do whatever you want to do with this music. Bye, guys. I had a point to prove, and that was it.
I'm out.
That's good.
Yeah,
that is good.
From the new school, from my generation.
Yeah.
Number one, I would say Gwamba, old Gwamba.
Old Gwamba, okay, not now. Gwamba,
we missed the old Gwamba.
Yeah.
Old Gwamba was crazy. Now I feel like because it's in that gospel box, like, what are you going to talk about? Jesus died for us, he resurrected, stay, hey, he needs to save you. Like, you're limited to your range. This is a gospel artist, and
Vanessa,
I know what he's going to...
I'm out here like...
Hold the show.
She has a mouth of
Hold the show a little bit.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm out here like, no, he did not.
I went there. I really went there, but then, I appreciate what he's doing now.
You sat down.
Yeah.
You chewed up and you lit the cigarette and you're like,
it is what it is. Yeah, because when you think about it, right, gospel Gwamba is limited to certain subjects you can talk about. Basically, everything is going to be about sin is bad. I used to do this. I don't do it anymore. My Jesus loves me. And every song is going to be like that. Because that's the subject matter is like limited. Like your Jesus is the greatest. Like, we know, bro. Yeah, I used to do this. And we know, bro. So, yeah, but I get it. But he's still going to make hits. He's going to make something catchy that the whole country is going to go crazy about. But me as a rapper, I'm going to be in a position like, okay, that's dope. People love that. But, I'm not really moved by your, like, you're not moving me in a way that you used to move me when you had like a lot of stuff to talk about. But I get it. He's a box. He's in a gospel box. And then, he's going to say the same things over and over. That's like, yeah, and the old one was just unruly. He would say whatever
you wanted,
whenever. And it's gonna make it look good. So the old hymn was like, I've never heard a more compelling vernacular rapper than Gwamba. That's not a real thing.
I know, man.
Ever. Yo, like I listened to his old stuff today, and I'm like, what was that? Like, I want to call him like, yo, bro, at this particular hour in 2009, what? Were you high?
What's happening?
Was it cocaine? Like, listen to this.
I know, man.
Like, what were you thinking when you said this? Like, I hear his old stuff. I'm like, yo, he was so free. Like, I felt like I knew him before I met him. When I met him, I was like, oh my God, that's the guy. And then, beautiful story about him. I met him, and I'm like, yo, this guy is like really popular. He's probably gonna hit me with that celebrity whole item. And he's like, yo, bro, hey man, I came to your studio, I heard some of your stuff. Like, yo, I really like your stuff. I'm like, I'm like, all right, cool, my G. It's like, yo, I like your beat. So I played this beat and we're freestyling to it. It's like, I like your beat. We should record this. I'm like, we should? All right, man, like, damn. You're popular, right? Like, why would you want to do a song with me? And then, like, from the first day that I hanged out with him, I was like, yo, this dude is cool. So I've been like a diehard fan for the last, decade or so, man. I'm just like, yo, he's really cool. Because, when you meet your idols, they usually like disappoint. And then I met him and was like, yo, this is that dude. Like, we feeling proper. He's not feeling himself. He wants us to do a song and stuff. I'm like, God dang.
So down to earth.
Beautiful. Yeah, it's down to earth, yeah. And so, Gwamba, like, it's been very instrumental to my whole career as well. Because, like, from even like an early like time, I think somewhere around like 2016, 2017, him and Third Eye signed me. Like they just hit, like, yo, these guys are like popping, like they're buzzing throughout Malawi. I'm an upcoming artist. I'm trying to make a name for myself. And they're like, the top dog hit me up like, yo, bro, where you at? I'm like, I'm home. I was like, all right, cool. What do you say? I'm like in 49 Galliville. Like, all right, cool. We're coming to pick you up. I'm like, to do what? Are we about to commit are we about to kill somebody? Like, what? About to have a bag? Like, I don't understand. Like, why do these people want to have a conversation with me? I'm like a nobody. And they pull up, they're like, yo, bro, yeah, come through, man. I'll enter the car. Yeah, we'll drop you home tomorrow. I'm like, oh, man, these people, they're on the TV. They're like on the radio. Why do they want to hang out with me? Like, what am I contributing in this situation? Like, yo, have some drinks, man. What's up?
Yeah.
We have this conversation, like, yo, we want to sign you. We believe in you. Yeah, we want to, like, you know, mentor you and everything. I'm like, damn. I must be doing something wrong. Like, I mean, there's a reason why I have this card talking to Gwamba and Third Eye, talking about they want to sign me. I'm like, you know, I could be the shit, but I might not know it yet, you know. So, yeah, man, like for the longest time, he's been so supportive. Like, yo, he bought my EP like for $100 grand. And he
wow.
Right?
Wow.
He just hit me like, yo, I've been a fan of yours for a long time. And you know how it goes down, man. I'm buying your EP for $100 grand. And then when I created this EP, my target was like, you know what? I'm gonna sell this for like 1,000 kwacha. And if I get 100,000, that is successful. My target was 100 grand. And this brother just came and gave me 100 grand. And now I'm like, and then
make it 200.
All right. You know, let's push it to 200 grand. The next thing you know is like 300 grand in a bank account. I'm like, God damn. And I'm like, people are like, it's 1,000. Like, you know, bro, I'm gonna give you 20. I'm like, all right, you do you. I'm not gonna stop you. I'm giving you 20K. That dude over there on that other street. that old nigga right there.
I was impressed with the stuff. Like, you know, I was listening to stuff. I was like, God damn, this is fire, bro. And I listened to every track and I was texting. I texted him. I was like, bro, did you just say this? Because they just heard you just say that, right?
Was that you? Yeah. That was crazy, man. I didn't expect to get so much love from strangers, which was so beautiful because, like, I know Ovi from my EP because he bought my EP and he likes my music. Like prior to that, I didn't know who he was. And then, like, imagine the whole connection. The reason why we're having this interview right now is because I did a song that he liked. And now we are. That is good. Do you understand that? That's mind blowing. Yeah, that's mind blowing. Like I'm here because I did something that he liked. There's a guy in like Ireland that I've never met in person. Like, but I'll give you my hard-earned money.
It's only that you know, see, like, it's just the people around him. I know a few people around him, but they're like, oh yeah, Episodz. Oh, he's cool. I was like, hey, you know this guy? Yeah, I know that guy too.
This kind of thing, like. It's crazy. Music is a beautiful thing, guys. Yeah, man. So I feel like that's one of the reasons that keep me going because, like, yo, there's so many connections and so many people that I've known through music.
Yeah.
And then the craziest thing about it is, it's really true when they say strangers will support you more than your friends. It's a fact. Like, most of my friends got on board when they were like, yo, people actually like this dude. Like, that's just William. Like, I'm talking feet out. Like, okay. Let me buy your EP too. I'm like, my nigga, what? What? You want to buy it now? Yeah, because that's what your friends will do. They will support your hustle when they see strangers supporting it. Now everybody's saying you're the shit. Now they're like, maybe my friend is the shit. All right, my nigga, like, yeah, hey, like, let me buy that. Like, how much is it? I got $6 grand. How much did you say it was? So yeah, it was a beautiful thing. Yeah, it's beautiful.
Bilingual. Hey, money. I'm about to drop a bomb in the area. Yeah. Shout out to my big bro Fredo, light skinned nigga from the ghetto. Bondi wasa ju platform jabo, wouldn't you get magabe matinga de jumbo. Shout out to my big bro AK, finna drop hits, better make way. Stay on my toes like ballet. Black belt nigga, man, you're looking at the sunset. Flow stay dope like Escobar. Old school nigga, I'm a retro star. Nachoka kudali, so I'm finna go far. Get me in the anga, the so far. I am the leader of the new school. Fana uja wazizungu. Take a look at my track record. Nima wedega mafana wachi epi did you moon to. I am a dangerous man. I'm Freddy Krueger when I'm rocking the stand. Best believe I get my dough in advance, and taking over is a part of the plan. Usoko nezandika fika. Ngati swazi wachipika. Kukaka mila ngati pita. Pomwena kwela pasindi za tsika.
I will run boy, man I lead them $0 You bought from where? Tell us cause we don't know ya. This you did same day. You coulda light skin like William Poya. This is a bad man place. Looking for pose, he gon' bola. I will run boy, man I lead them $0 You bought from where? Tell us cause we don't know ya. This you did same day. You coulda light skin like William Poya. This is a bad man place. Looking for pose, he gon' bola.
Alright, everybody. Thank you very much tonight for joining us again on a nice, lovely, special guest episode where we had Episodz as our guest today. A rapper, singer, songwriter from Malawi, Malinga Bilingual. We're going to put down always in the bio all his links to his music, listen to the music, judge him. And most important part about us is 5Roundz. Subscribe, share, and like, of course. And you know yourself, as we're going on, we're gonna have content that you guys gonna like. If you subscribe, hit that bell sign. It means you're gonna get a notification to let you know that we put new content out. You don't wanna miss. So make sure you're there. And of course, the merch. Alright, that's the most important thing. The merch. Holla at us at the moment. DM us. That's whatever you're looking for, what you want, and we got it for you. As we say, have a good night, have a good day. It's 5Roundz.
Take it easy.
Peace.